Hello everybody, welcome back here to Canning Farms, and in today's video what we're going to be doing is getting the slurry out. So today is what I consider the first day of the next grazing season. This is when it starts. So today we're going out with slurry. We're going out with about 2,500 gallons to the acre, getting it dribble barred. So what I'm doing now is just opening the gaps of the contractor. So just on who's doing the slurry, I had to switch contractors this year. The fella that I usually use that does the baling and the slurry and stuff, he's actually packed in the contracting. So the fella who bought one of his tankers off him, he's going to do it there, Kevin Muldair from Bahola. So he's going to do it for me, and what I'm going to do then is in a week or two time, then I'll go out with 2 bags to the acre of urea on the silage ground, and then on my grazing ground I'm going to go to the bag to the acre of 18,612. So just on the agitating this year, agitating actually, it was torture. One of the tanks, it took 5 hours to agitate. There was a lump left in one of the bays, and it was absolutely torture to get out, but we got it eventually anyway. So at least that's right now for next year. I added in some of that, it's called Digest It. It's about €300, and you add it into your tanks, but to be honest with you, I would have been better off if I didn't put it in this year with that lump, because it would have made no difference. But I find usually on a normal year, it does help with the slurry, and it seemingly helps with bringing up your values of available nutrients for the grass. So lucky enough that ground conditions this week are very good. It's awful dry, even though there was a bit of rain there last week. The ground here is held up well, so I'm kind of up on elevated ground anyway, so it gives me a chance there just to get it out maybe a week or two earlier than I usually would. Might actually do as well as I might actually get them to splash plate a little bit, just to show the difference between the dribble bar and the splash plate. And I suppose we're going to have a look at what the pros and cons are going forward. It looks like, not even for people in derogation, but it just looks like it's heading down the direction of everything being dribble barred, because the way nitrates are going. I might do a video actually on nitrates, because it's something that's going to affect everybody. It's going to affect everybody from the likes of us here that aren't dairy people or aren't really highly stocked, down to the lad with a few cattle, because it mightn't affect you as regards going into derogation, but buying fertiliser, you have a fertiliser registered this year. So I might do a video on that down the line. It'll be boring, but it'll be awful important. So it's 2 days later, so I'm just out here in the silage ground just to take a look at the difference between the dribble bar and splash plating it. So basically, as you can see with the dribble bar, what it does is it leaves it in lines and gets it in under the leaf of the, and a lot of the leaf then is clean. Say 50% of the leaves are kind of clean, so as that grows up, cattle can graze that. Whereas when you're spread plating it, as you can see here, if you go in close, every leaf is covered basically in dung. So that's one advantage of dribble bar. And secondly, then you're not losing any, it's not being, say, basically turned into a gas form, or when it's spreading out the droplets, there's no gas really being lost as much with the dribble bar. The advantage then with splash plating over dribble bar is if your tank is very thick, obviously splash plating is the way to go, because dribble bar, it can clog up and your macerator will be working overtime. So like I said at the start of the video, what I'm hoping to do now is to go out with 2 bags of urea per acre on my silage ground, and then anything that's being grazed, then we'll get a bag of 18612. The way we came up with that, usually I'd use all 18612, but we sat down this year and looked at our soil samples results. My dad's an ag advisor, we both sat down, and this year now we're going to go by, well, we always kind of went enough by the soil samples and went with what we needed sort of at the time, but lime isn't an issue now. We're low on K in places, so I might put potash out at the back end of the year. Dad said it's not a great time to be putting it out at the start, cause a bit of problem. So what we're going to do is go with the urea this year, a bit cheaper. So I'll have to buy, I'm going cutting about 30 acres in the first cut, so looking at like about 4 tonne of urea. I have 1.5 tonnes there of 18612, and I probably have to get another half a tonne there to cover another 10 acres that I have. So basically then I'm hoping that's all the slurry that, or all the fertiliser I'll have to use this year. So that's it for today. So if you like the video, remember, hit the like button, subscribe for more if you want to see any more, and like I said in the last one, don't be afraid to comment. Like, you know, let me know what you're doing, what you're putting out, what your soils are like, what type of farm you have, anything like that. Let me know. Like I said in the last one, every day is a school day. So look, I'll leave it at that, and I'll see you in the next one.